Hey everyone. Alright, so we are now 36 weeks. I have to think about that every time. But yeah, so we're getting really close now. Everything's been going really good. The lockdown's still on in New Zealand at the moment with the coronavirus. But yeah, so I'm a little bit out of breath because I've just been getting myself set up to go and sit in the shed while Brendan does some workout and stuff with and hang out with Indy. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a good week. Not much has changed. Everything's been pretty steady. We haven't really done a lot else different. The beauty of the lockdown. But yeah, so I suppose the one thing I wanted to talk about, I was thinking about when I was getting ready this morning with Brendan, was how in tune I thought that I was going to be with baby and what's going on in my body and all that sort of thing. And it always was quite a shock to me that, or not a shock, but it seemed so strange to me that your body could make all these changes and have something growing inside of you without you knowing at all for X amount of weeks. I always kind of thought that once we had conceived, I would know straight away. Like, some women say that they feel it and all that sort of thing. Whereas I wasn't really like that to start with. I suppose it's hard because I very much wanted to be pregnant, and we'd obviously been trying to do that for quite a while. So every month when that time came around again, there was part of me that would already be disappointed because I didn't want to get my hopes up, and then there was the other part of me that was excited because I wanted to see that. So it was quite hard for me just right from the get-go to feel that connection, if you want to say it like that. But anyway, I thought that as things got further along that I'd be able to feel her kicking and moving around and that sort of stuff, and that I'd be so in tune with her that I'd know exactly where she was sitting and what was going on. But the reason I am mentioning it is because I feel like most women feel like they should feel that. And for some of us, it's not the case. And it's not that I am not connected with her in any means. Like, I feel extremely connected to her, especially Brennan and I, how we can communicate and connect together to include baby as well. Like, it's our little routines that we've got set up with putting our cream on and all that sort of stuff. But especially lately because she's been kicking heaps. But yeah, so it has kind of made us all wonder if she's getting ready to come and all that sort of thing. Which has been good because it's made Brendan kind of ramp things up a little bit with getting the pool blown up and putting the car seat in and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, so it's definitely started to ramp things up a little bit, and we're really excited about that. But one thing for me, because we obviously had the news a few weeks ago from the midwife about baby being in a breech position, that was like the worst news that we could get, because in our minds, having a home birth and that sort of thing is exactly what we want to do. And that was one of the only things that could come up because the pregnancy's been so good. There's been no preeclampsia, there's been no other issues like that at all that would make a home birth unsafe. The only thing that could stop us from having that possibility would be for her to be breech. But yeah, so that was really stressful for us, even though I tried not to be stressed at all. I was so lucky to have the team that I had with Nick, who was doing the acupuncture, who is like a goddess with helping for breech babies to turn, and obviously it worked. Also, I was lucky enough to have the massage from, her name escapes me. I'm pretty sure her name was Amy. I only met her a couple of times, but yeah, from Amy, and then also having the osteo appointments to help align my pelvis and give her more room to move around as well with Chloe. So yeah, they were really, really helpful. A kind of extra special mention for Nick because she, right from when I first met her and I kind of connected, and she helped me a lot, especially with the acupuncture and all that sort of thing, but with helping me to kind of address that there was definitely some emotional stuff going on underneath too that was holding me back from really being able to relax into this pregnancy and let myself connect fully and do all those sorts of things as well. So for me, meeting her was awesome, and I really, really wish I could have kept up the weekly appointments with her. Obviously, due to the lockdown, all of those ladies I was seeing has come to a stop, which sucks because they're not seen as essential. But yeah, being able to meet Nick and bonding with her for those few appointments that I did have really did help me get to a new stage in this pregnancy and with my mindset with it. But yeah, so I have got a lot more calm going on, and I do thank the lockdown for that as well, because Brendan and I both have more time. Obviously, with Indy and everything that's been going on with her, it's been really hard. Like I don't know when it was. If it was last week or the week before that I told you guys about what's going on with her, but she's deteriorating really fast, and it's been extremely hard for us to watch. And knowing that we're going to be the ones to have to make that call soon, potentially even before baby gets here. Yeah, it's a really, really hard pill to swallow. But yeah, so there's been kind of lots that's been going on, and I kind of got sidetracked, but that's where I was kind of going with it. So with with being told that she was breached, that puts a bit of an issue in my mind straight away, because it was like, okay, well, I should know that she's breached. I should have known exactly where she was, and try and help her to change that, and all that sort of stuff, to work together with her. Obviously, Brendan and I worked with baby to try and help flip her, and she's done that, which we're really happy about. But now moving forward, it's like every day, it's like, okay, I can feel her bum. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her head down there, or okay, there's something hard on this side. Like, what could that be if her bum's here and her head's down the bottom, and is she laying flat, which is even worse than being breech? And all these kind of thoughts have run through my mind, which doesn't help with the stress side of things. But yeah, so that's been really interesting. I suppose that's all I really wanted to say. Is it's not that I've got a solution for anybody. I'm just trying to say that this is something that I've had to deal with the pregnancy. Is I've kind of expected to feel where she was more and be more connected with that, and I think I am definitely getting more so the further we get through the pregnancy, but she's nearly here now. Also, the other thing for us was having an anterior placenta, which means that it's at the front. The placenta will be in the way of baby actually being able to protrude in that area, for example. So so her bum's on the right hand side, and the reason that she hasn't flipped so that her bum's on the other side, which is what they'd consider optimal position for birth, Amy, our midwife, believes maybe because the placenta is on the left-hand side, so it's not giving her bum any room to flip around, so her feet will be sitting behind the placenta and kicking there, which would also indicate why we haven't been getting lots of hard-out kicks. It's more been lots of pushes and stuff from her bum. But yeah, so mind you, this morning when we were laying down in bed, you could feel right up by my ribs. It was like just kicking my ribs, so maybe the placenta's not that high up, and baby was able to get a few kicks through. But yeah, there's lots of what ifs, and I'm not sures and all that sort of stuff, and I think that's been one of the hardest parts for me, because my mind works off knowing concrete facts, and this isn't one of those situations. But yeah, so for me, I have to remind myself every day that this birth is going to go exactly how it's meant to. I have so much support around me, and I'm so thankful for that. We're lucky that actually in our bubble, since we're not allowed to leave that bubble, in our bubble is Brendan, obviously, Indy, and the puppy, our cat, and then also my mum and stepdad. So having them all in the same bubble, it's going to help a lot in terms of after baby's born and helping me to get through the labour and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'm trying not to obsess over the where is she today thing, because every time we've caught up with the midwife, she has, now that first one, and then we will have one coming up soon too, this week. It's looking like she's staying in that position, so I know that she's fine, and I know that we are going to work together to bring her down. I suppose it's just a little bit of an insecurity or a fear for me, is that if she's not in that position and we would have to go to the hospital, then there's risk for C-sections and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a fear for me, I guess, but at the end of the day, I don't mind what we have to do as long as we get her out happy and healthy, and and we're both okay. But yeah, so that's kind of it for now. We are hopefully getting ready to take some photos and stuff too. I wanted to get some photos taken at 37 weeks. We're currently around 10 kilos up from where I started weight-wise, which I'm pretty happy with, and carrying it pretty well too, just around my tummy. Not really getting any discomforts or anything like that. Everything's pretty much balanced itself out, and I'm lucky that I have a partner like Brendan who is helping me with massaging and keeping my pelvis aligned as much as we can do manually at home. But yeah, still walking and doing all the normal stuff. Cool. All right, so I'll leave it there. See ya.